do whatever we want?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's what I like to hear, Michael. Yeah, we're Hurricane Sugar, and we're here at Stone Age Sound, and we're going to do a couple songs from our upcoming self-titled EP, and this one's called The Grind. Let's do another one from the EP called Tightrope. A little different flavor on this one.
I turn a shade brighter than before, but it was just a paler blue. Another day, longer than the last one that we somehow made it through. I think of things that have already come to
best Batman.
Yeah.
In terms of like the best movie, I think The Dark Knight is probably like the best film.
Yeah.
Are we just going to talk about Batman for the
Hell
next
yes.
10 minutes?
That's all that matters. Batman is the best.
Batman's the best. Right. Okay, welcome to Stone Age Sound, Stone Age Session. This is episode number... wow, I'm so sweaty right now. It's really hot. Episode number 5, right? Yes.
Yes.
Tell me.
Yeah.
It's episode 5.
It's episode 5. Welcome to episode 5. This is Hurricane Sugar.
How we doing?
I've got here
Alex?
And Jeffrey.
That's
the
right.
rest of the band. They decided to dip out on us.
Yep, they don't want to be here.
Can I get a laugh track?
That's right.
That's going to be...
Please sample that and just use that throughout the whole interview.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be in there, of
Awesome.
course. You guys played a really great set right there.
Thank you.
It's really some heavy music. I like
Yeah.
that. You guys went down to Drop C
That's right.
for any Drop C fanboys, and you played Them Crooked Vultures song. And you actually killed it on drums. I know
Thank
you were
you.
feeling a little nervous about it going into it, but you absolutely killed it.
Thanks, man.
Okay, I want you to know
I
that.
love playing Dave Grohl's parts. There's,
Yep.
It was a lot of fun learning that song. It was challenging, and then now we've got it down, and it's a lot of fun playing it. It's killer.
It's like an odyssey, that one.
Yeah.
7 minutes. Journey.
Yeah, that song is definitely a journey. Am I recording?
I think so. It looks like it's...
Could somebody confirm back there?
The audio's rolling.
The audio is rolling.
We didn't call
Video.
speed.
You're rolling.
I'm rolling? Okay, good.
Call speed. Yeah.
Action.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Action.
Take
Okay.
2.
Yeah, take 2.
All of this is staying in. Tell me.
Yeah.
Once again, Hurricane Sugar here at the wonderful Stone Age Sound Studios. So glad to be here. And from what I understand, we're the first live band to be broadcast from here. You guys want to do a little,
Narcissus?
Sure. Drop C.
Oh, drop C.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're going deep.
Are you already playing full step down?
Yeah.
Nice.
This is where all the magic happens. This song is dedicated to anyone who has an Instagram account. That means you.
Okay, here we go.
The soul makes a sound like a bell with no handle between your fingers
I'm so sweaty. Wish I had a towel.
This is Alex and Jeff, and I'm so sweaty, your host.
Greetings. So you guys are a relatively new band,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
You've been playing for the past
About a year.
year? Mm-hmm.
Yep. I moved to LA about a year and a half ago
Okay.
with the other guitar player, Josh.
Mhm.
And we met Jeff and Don shortly after, and
Nice.
uh,
Just started jamming away.
started working up some tunes that we already had and some new stuff, and started playing out a little bit and working on an EP.
Okay. What is the name of this EP?
It's just gonna be self-titled.
Self-titled?
Hurricane
Okay.
Sugar, yeah.
Hurricane Sugar. Nice.
It's gonna be 4 songs,
Okay.
recorded at Rev9 Studios in Hollywood.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
we
scratch that part. No sponsorship here.
Sorry, Danny. We tried. Wah, wah.
We were just about finished when all this madness happened.
Yep.
Right, okay.
Kind of trying to get back on track and
Right.
get out there and stuff.
I heard you had some shows planned. It's got to be a little disappointing that you can't play shows now. Is there anything alternatively that you're thinking of doing instead of playing shows, or are you just on pause right now, or what are you up to musically?
Well, this.
Right, this.
Super
Okay.
excited to
Yep.
be here
Yes.
and doing this. We're working on a music video
Okay.
for one of the songs.
Oh, that's cool.
We made the EP. It's just about finished. We need to get it mastered, and so we have some ideas on we got to get some artwork together.
Mhm.
We got to get a video together, and that's kind of our next steps that we've been working on. It's not really. There's nowhere to play out right now. I mean, unless we throw a party or something. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and we want to
yeah.
try to do an EP release,
Mhm.
when everything kind of gets back up and running again, and who knows when that might be, but
I mean, hopefully it's soon. 'Cause
Nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows. Restaurants are opening. Businesses are opening back a little bit. Like, the nail shops, the barber shops are opening. But, it's very slowly, and the precautions are there's,
Sometimes unfeasible.
yeah.
yeah.
Especially for
Lot.
a music venue where you got to have standing room and
Right.
you can't really separate people properly, and
I mean, when you're in a band, you're in the business of trying to assemble the biggest crowd of people that
Right.
you
In
can.
a room,
exactly.
yeah.
And we're going to be the last ones to go. Yeah, the restaurants are going to open first, and all of this. The entertainment's going to be last.
But what do you think about like sitting rooms? Just like a theater with chairs and anything.
Some music it'll be okay for, but I think a lot of live music is about sharing energy and getting interacting with your crowd, and certainly our style of music is it's not sit in your chair and listen.
Right.
It's stand up and move around. And,
But even still, there are venues like, have you been to the Forum?
yeah,
Of course. They have the big pit in the middle,
yeah.
but then they have thousands of seats
Right.
behind that, right? I think that's feasible, right? To have something kind
yes,
of
we'd
like that.
like to book a show at the Forum. That's my plan.
But even if you go down small scale, that's still we're here sitting in chairs, right? Just put a row 6 feet behind us, and that's how we segregate the section from the next section, so that we're keeping our social distance apart, right?
It's tough, I think, because take the Mint or Skinny's. It's a tiny place, and by the time you separate, your capacity is 25 people.
25
Yeah, a
people.
place like the Forum, it's not so
Right.
bad. You could probably get a decent amount of people in them and keep them somewhat separated. But where we're at now, we're playing in clubs around town. We're playing at the Viper Room, we're playing at the Men's, and these are that's not feasible. In my opinion, we're gonna have to wait till people are allowed to be out without their masks on and rub up against each other, all sweaty, singing and
Yeah.
shouting and spitting on each other.
I really hope that's soon. Spitting on each other.
I miss spitting on people. I
Yeah.
don't know about you guys. Not purposely, but a little spittle leaks out,
Yep,
because
yep.
you're singing along and you're at your fucking
The
concert.
spray
I've been at
feels
the concert.
so nice and refreshing
some
when other
dude
people
you
spit on me.
get pushed
Yeah.
against somebody and you're like, oh,
Making it
dude,
sound so appealing to come see this. Come get spit on.
Yeah.
A health
Hurricane
hazard.
Sugar.
That's funny.
Well, I've been a lot of people miss that about
Yeah.
live music.
Of course, of course. Have you considered anything starting a Twitch channel, or YouTube has live features, Facebook has live features as well. Have you thought about, like, I know you guys have a practice spot of your own, but I mean, I don't know how well equipped you are to do like a live video like that.
Yeah.
Could that be like a consideration, like moving forward temporarily? Because this might last, until
Right.
next year, at the end of next. Because
Yeah.
we're already considering. I heard schools are doing like half online and way reduced class schedules and like weird schedules for at least the first 2 months of this school year.
Yeah.
So that means that going into August, September, up to October, we're still going to be very scared of this virus, very, distant, and take all safety and health measures to avoid catching it. So this could last until deeply into next year, possibly further if we don't figure something out, right?
Yeah.
So
That would be sad if that happens.
yeah, it would be sad.
For me personally, I know a lot of my friends and bands and stuff, they're doing the live stream from their studio, or maybe they're all separated and doing it. And I watch it online, and some of them are cool, but mostly I'm left like deflated, like,
Really?
I'm not really excited, turned on about one like angle of the band, playing on my phone or my computer screen. Personally, for the band, I'd like to figure out a different approach on something online where that would work, but I don't know, something different.
Well, and like you mentioned too, I mean, it's tough. You have the equipment, the mics and
Yeah.
the everything to be able to put together something that's going to sound good. And presentation is important, for a lot of people, especially for us at this point in our career. I mean, these are first impressions.
Right.
And you don't want to post a video that's just the audio from your phone,
Yeah.
or, and it looks kind of bad and it doesn't sound great. And then, people, that's their impression of you, and they're going to judge you based on that. And then they're going to go, I saw
rather,
them, they weren't that good.
I'd rather make a video and put that out there.
That's why we were,
So-
excited to
So-
come and do this.
I appreciate
Because
that.
you've got the facility and the equipment and the know-how to present us well. So
You said you play at clubs like the Mint and Skinny's. I'm personally familiar with Skinny's because I've been there a few times. I used to live out in the valley, right? That's that spot on Lancashire and like by Magnolia or something.
I think that's right.
Yeah. I mean, what is stopping you from, contacting Skinny's and saying like, hey, can we do like a video where we do like have a band come in, and then no live audience, but you could still video it and film it. I'm sure you could get good like room sound in there. I mean, I think for bands like that would be like a good way to start getting back into playing live shows, because I'm sure there are a lot of bands who are out of practice right now because everybody's sitting at home,
Yeah.
But I mean, just for like a full length show and to do something like that, I think using those venues that are closed right now is still possible, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
it
tricky-
is possible.
it's
A lot of
tricky,
bands are doing it.
It's tricky because from the venue's perspective, what is the monetary incentive? They got to pay a sound guy to be there, and they're not selling booze to anybody. They're not selling tickets to anybody. So
But they're not selling booze to anybody or tickets to anybody
that's
currently,
true.
so
That's
you just
true.
have to kind of offer them, I don't know, like,
something.
yeah. It would have to be like local showgoers be supporting a live stream with donations, or maybe like make it a private show where it's not accessible to the public, but you can sell virtual tickets. I think that would be like a step in the right direction.
Yeah. What's interesting to me is that, I mean, I don't feel like I'm seeing a lot of major artists doing that. You would think it would be feasible for somebody like Foo Fighters to
I'm
come
telling
out and
you,
do
they're
that,
not,
but
they're not doing it because there's no audience.
There's
there
no audience,
to interact.
yeah.
So, I mean, it's a huge difference. Going into a studio and playing for a camera. It doesn't feel right to me. So like going in, doing that, it's something to keep the band going and something for people to maybe check out. But for me personally, I'm not consuming that type of content at home.
Okay.
Like some band. I'd rather watch them make an artistic video that represents them a little, like a regular music
Yeah.
video, that
Yeah,
has
and a
live
lot of-
performance in it maybe too, or something like that, rather than, I don't know, maybe other people enjoy that, watching that, and just not me.
sure some people do, and a lot of people that I've talked to are working on music videos right now because
Yeah.
there is the time to. If you don't know how to use a camera or a video editing software, now is the time to figure it out and really get down to it.
Absolutely.
No, you can do it for sure. I mean, it's just to me, with music or anything else, the content is what's important, and I'll forgive a song where the audio quality isn't that great if it's a great song.
Okay.
And if you come up with a cool video idea, it doesn't matter if it looks like it was shot on an iPhone. If it's a cool video and a cool concept and a good song, that's what matters, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what people want, you know.
All right, that's
Yeah.
great. Let's get back to talking about your EP for a little bit. Your EP is on the way. You've been playing as a band together for about a year. You guys are excellent musicians. How long have you individually been playing music for?
Long time. I started late, but now I'm over 20 years been playing professionally in and around town, different bands.
Yeah, I mean, I come from a musical family, so my dad and
Industry
mom
plant.
were both. My
Yeah.
dad and mom were both musicians, so I mean, I'm pretty sure I was behind the drum kit at about 6,
Yeah.
and I picked up guitar at about 12. So
Okay.
for me, 15 years, and
Oh, wow.
started writing music in high school. Playing around in bands and just fleshing it out.
Yeah.
Got to write
Yep.
100 terrible songs before you
you
ever
get to the one good one.
anything good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, a long time.
Okay. And so who does most of the writing? Do you all do it like equally? Do you all get into a room together and then like start jamming and vibing off each other? Or does one person come in with like the song idea and say, here, this is where we're starting at? Because everyone has a different process when they go into writing music. So just want to get a little bit of details into.
It's been a mix of everything that you kind of mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex has been writing songs his whole life, so he has a bunch of ideas stocked up. Josh does too, so does Don, our bass player.
Yeah.
And so that's how we started off, was like playing stuff that he's had already had arranged.
Okay.
But now it's morphed into, we're all getting in a room.
Mhm.
Somebody has an idea, we build on that idea, we shoot down other ideas, and we've got a lot of really exciting material that I'm really happy about.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the EP in particular, 2 of the songs are songs that I had already written before moving here at
Okay.
all, that we used to actually perform
Yeah.
with a previous band. And then the other 2 songs are new songs that we all 4 co-wrote.
Oh, nice.
And I feel like it's sort of like this sort of puzzle piece thing where it's like, oh, you've got this riff and I've got this riff, maybe we can smash them together. Oh no, that doesn't work.
Okay.
Okay, let's try this.
I like that.
We just sort of stumble
Together,
through
yeah.
until we get an arrangement that feels good. And then for me, as a vocalist, my process tends to be like, I want to solidify all the music.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been a lyrics and melody first guy.
Right.
It's always like, let's get the music to where it's dialed in.
Yeah.
And then let me put the melody in that I feel like suits the music that we wrote.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I feel like I have that similar kind of process of the music's got to come down first and then the melody comes next. I think it comes from the fact that the first thing that I did musically was play an instrument. So naturally to me, to start on the instrument makes sense, right?
yeah. I've never been able to understand, like, I'm a huge Beatles guy, and like, they tell stories where they're like, oh, I was in the cab and I heard somebody say 8 days a week, and then the melody just popped
Ooh.
into my head, lyrics and all, and like,
Yeah.
and then they build the song around this concept. And for me, it's always been the exact opposite. It's like you get a riff idea, and then you find the melody, and then the lyrics come last.
Because the music gives kind of like the vibe, right?
Right.
That gives you the vibe. It just seems hard to do it the other way, although a lot of people do. A lot of
people,
just
yeah.
start off with like their
Start off with a story and then write the music to the story.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a little more of like a theatrical, like a show kind of feel to it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like I want to hear the music and interpret what I feel like the music is saying,
Yeah.
and then try to oh, this song makes me feel like this, so let's maybe try this concept. You know?
That definitely makes a lot of sense. You played a cover song today, and I bet that band has inspired you guys in your musical elements greatly. Because why would you play a cover if not, right?
Right.
Do you have any other inspirations, like musical inspirations, or like just inspirations that you get from the world that help you kind of write or get like new riffs or anything?
Marijuana.
This is not an ad for drugs. This is for kids.
I'm kidding. No, I mean, I remember like where I was when I found out about Queens of the Stone Age for the first time.
Oh, really?
And I was just like, it's like one of those moments where it's just like, whoa. Like,
Yeah.
This is like, it blew my mind, like it opened me up to a whole, because I grew up, like I said, with musical family, so it was a lot of classic rock.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't listen to anything that was recorded after 1979.
Oh.
So it's like, I grew up on like the Byrds and the Rolling Stones and the Who and Jimi Hendrix and the Beatles.
Those are all great bands, but to be stuck in the 1979 seems like
So I draw a lot from that.
Yeah.
But then, trying to then bring those elements that are like the timeless rock and roll elements into a modern package and try to like do something new with it.
yeah.
Certainly that band is a thread that goes through all of us. Like
Okay.
we all kind of have that in common. We play their songs all the time and we're doodling around in practice and stuff. Yeah.
I've always been, to me, what makes Queens of the Stone Age and Josh Homme great is the unique quality of it. I've never heard another guitar player that sounds like he sounds,
Yeah.
that writes like he writes. Same with Jimi Hendrix.
For sure.
Sure, he's not Yngwie Malmsteen, but it's about the uniqueness of it and his tone and his writing process. So I always tend to lean towards things that don't sound like something else. You know
Right,
what
that's
I
how
mean?
you find like your thing.
Right.
You have to find your thing, our thing.
Exactly.
That's super
That's
nice.
so
You
true.
think you guys have your thing already as a band?
I think we're
I think
developing
we're
it.
getting
Yeah, the
there.
last few songs, it's like they feel different. They're heavy at times, dancey at times, Queen of the Stone Agey at times. So it's turning into like its own thing, which is I'm super excited about it.
Yeah.
I can't wait till like all this shit's over and we can go out and play
Go out
and
and
show
play,
people our
yeah.
music and check out
It's
my
gonna be
video.
such a big
Do you want a
relief,
high
yeah.
five?
No.
Oh, yeah,
A high five, what does that feel like?
Yeah,
I haven't
really.
had one of those in months.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I think that the silver lining of all of this is that live music, I feel like maybe has gotten a little stale.
Yeah.
Because everybody's been so infatuated with the internet and like,
Yep.
oh, I got my videos and blah, blah, blah.
And now
And
we're
now people
all-
are realizing like, oh, that gets
Yeah, it
old
sucks.
kind of fast. Like, I want to go and get some human interaction. I
Yep.
want to go see a live band. And I think that this might kind of be a shock to the system to kind of inspire people to go out and see human beings performing music.
And
again.
appreciate
and
it.
appreciate
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Yep. A
Appreciate
hard
it.
reset on live music because
Yeah.
you're right. It did feel like it was getting stale. It felt like, nobody wanted to go support your local bands, and I'm sure now everyone's like, man, I wish I had bought that $5 ticket to go see
Yeah.
my friends play.
Yeah, you take for granted,
Yeah.
It's not until everything gets
Taken
taken
away.
away that you realize how much fun it is to go out and see music.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
I just have one more question. I just want to know if you guys have anything to say to somebody who's new in music, just getting into it, and kind of give them some inspiration to kind of move forward and push them to wherever they might be going.
Don't be afraid to suck.
Don't be
You
afraid
will
to suck.
suck, and it's okay. Everybody sucks, and
First, yeah.
I would cringe to hear the first 20 songs I wrote.
Oh,
But
Same.
it's like it's a muscle. You work
Right.
it out. I mean, Michael Jordan didn't step onto a basketball court for the first time and was the greatest basketball player ever. It's the people that want to put in the effort and the time, and you're not afraid. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
That's right.
And so, like, for me personally, I grew up with a mom that was a songwriter and a dad who, even to this day, doesn't write music. And I feel like a lot of people are like afraid to write music because it's personal and it's like your feelings are involved and
It's hard.
Yeah, and it's hard and it's
hard.
like you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
When you put it out there, but it's just don't be afraid. You know.
That's what I was gonna say is it's about like honesty and being vulnerable. There's artists that can really put themselves out there and be vulnerable and say something that like might be even embarrassing or just crazy. Those are the ones that are the best, you know, the honest,
Yeah.
vulnerable.
Yeah, I mean, look at Kurt Cobain. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, that's somebody who's unfiltered.
Yeah.
Totally unfiltered. Yeah.
So yeah, find your sound. And like if you're a singer or if you're a guitar player or a drummer or a bassist, it's like find your little niche that makes you different from the other guys.
Yeah.
That's hard to do. Just work on that.
And play what you want to play. You know, if you're not excited about it, and
Right.
if you don't think your band is the best band ever, then how is anybody else going to think that your band is the best band ever?
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
like listen to your own music, like jam it in the car, you know, and be excited about it.
That's good advice. I definitely do that. I listen to my own
Yeah,
CDs.
there's
I listen to my own CD in the car, right?
Got to.
Yeah. All right, great. Thank you very much for
thank you.
for jamming. Thank you for talking. I had a great time with you guys.
Yeah, same.
Same.
I'm
Thanks
excited
for
to get
having
this.
us.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited to get this video and this audio up.
This
Thank
is
you.
great, man. We hope to maybe come back sometime. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, you know, you guys are more than welcome.
You want a high five?
High five. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Ready, Jeffy?
Really gonna do this?
Yep.
In front of people?
In front of people.
Yeah, here we go.
Don't fuck it up.
I gotta get just right.
como estás? Parting the seas with leopards who stroll. Are you afraid, sweet sea? Slick back my hair, you know the devil's in there. So keep one eye open, baby. We're so easy to spot. Leopards riding atop pachyderms have germs. Elephants smoking and screaming out. Are we coming over? So come over. Scattered on the shore, surely was away. Scattered on the shore, surely was feeling somewhat deserving of what will be someday. No, I can never stay melancholy at the memory of your face. All alone in the garden, a long lost hopeful place. No, I can never stay anything long. So roll over, roll over.
Yeah. That's how that one goes.
I totally botched the end there.
Well, you know. No one knows. No one knows.